So, as I was last talking, as I was last thinking of, oh man, yeah, or hi, hey, 1 second, I have to take care of something real quick. Already up right after, or you can start it up whenever you want. Oh yeah, so I'm thinking like 1,000, if I launch at like 1,000, maybe 800 to like 1,000. But I'm really thinking like 1,000 might be possible, but I might have to carry like, if I sacrifice that 300 to get 500, I'm not too sure. And I'd rather be secure on, or I mean, I'd rather be set on my first shot, so I'm gonna shoot for like some 800. So once I'm at like 700 meters away, I'm gonna shoot my parachute and try to shoot for that. So we'll see what happens. That makes it even easier though, because then that's one, two, three, four, three, four, five matches probably, because I got all the arcade matches completed right now, or matches with friends, whatever. And I have to get matches completed with friends anyways for that event. So I'm like stressing out, but not really. Yeah, I'm gonna mute my mic too. Sorry, I'm gonna mute my mic. Hopefully you guys don't mind. Yeah. Yeah, I use thumbs only. I don't claw right now either. I mean, I could claw, but I don't really, not right now either. I mean, I kind of could, but I don't like claw personally. I think I'm just sticking to just thumbs. Why? What's the reason behind you not liking controllers and whatnot? I think controllers are 100% better, even on mobile. If I could run a controller on mobile, I would probably do it all the time. I mean, operating system wise, or not operating system wise, but operating specs and whatnot that this game requires for like high definition and whatnot to compare to a console. It should have, or all these devices should that this game's available on, but I don't know. Controller's 100% better than touchscreen. Kind of. I mean, that's like your fault for playing in there, but I mean, the best way I could put it is if you look at Fortnite, Fortnite allows the possibility to play. Okay, so here's the best way I could put it. Fortnite plagiarized so many people that they the one thing that they plagiarized from the majority of the communities was that whole cross-platform play type setup. But what they did was cross-platform play, including mobile devices, which was kind of cool because I mean everyone was already expecting it. It was already possible. People were doing it with high-end PCs like NVIDIA type PCs and whatnot. But the possibility should have been available years ago. So I mean, it's just kind of lame in my opinion. So I mean, it's not even a disadvantage. I think it's more or less an advantage. It's like the same thing. Some people require like a handicap, or some people are more comfortable. So I guess this would be the best way to put it. What's the best console for anyone to use? And that's why people claim like Claw and whatnot, but Claw's lame. PUBG M isn't, but I mean like PUBG is. PUBG is cross-platform. PUBG's way cool. Mm-mm. Huh. Sorry, I zoned out. Yeah, but that's lame, dude. The best way I could put it is that's like doing like what's the best way I could put it? It's like okay, so this the way you just described it is the way it was when we first like released Xboxes and PlayStations. So it's like the beginning of the debacle of the worldwide type tournament setup. If it were a worldwide tournament, how a worldwide tournament should be set up, there is no given like stipulation, no like real like heavy restrictions. So let's say I have a mobile device and you have a platform. If it were a worldwide tournament, like the proper way, we would be able to play against each other. Does that make sense? Like regardless of the game. So I mean, no, that's just like in general. Like not even just competitive. I mean, these games are nothing but competitive. There's no way to play these games like casually. What's the point of playing it casually at that point? What gain is there to it? Like I don't know. I mean I play it casually here and there, but I just don't really enjoy playing it casually. I mean I do other stuff here and there. I mean like on a regular basis, but this just isn't a casual type setup. I'm not to be a jerk, but it's kind of just what it is. But I mean, like, to be quite honest, it's kind of cool though. Now that mobile's getting highly competitive, who's to say that they won't eventually push a tournament where it's a cross-platform play? But it doesn't say it in there. I don't see. I haven't seen. I mean, it kind of almost is, but I haven't seen it anywhere on there. Like, and I don't care what they say. Here's the best way I could put it. One touchscreen compared to another touchscreen is the same difference as like PlayStation 4 versus Xbox. Or it's kind of like the iOS versus Android debate that they still run even on War Robots that they're barely releasing something similar that I don't even speculate onto because it's even lame also because it still doesn't even take into consideration merging accounts. Because I made the mistake of not knowing and I had an Apple device after I had an Android device. But I mean, it's like the same thing. Like that's the main reason that they allow cross-platform like play and whatnot. Before, even on mobile devices, they wouldn't allow Android devices and iOS devices to play on the same device. Or, I mean, to play against each other. So I mean, like one way that other games avoided this is by just sending their data from server to or from device to server, opposed to app, device to device. Sorry, it goes device to program, I guess, or whatever, or device to server. But either way, device to program on computer or app to program. Sorry, that's what it is. But it's just pointless to be honest, in my opinion. But I mean, now that the competitive levels are just that high, it would be cool to see some of these games actually push that as part of like a possibility, opposed to like half the garbage that they're running. I mean, this stuff's kind of cool, but I don't know. Some of these outfits are lame. Kind of like these. They're lame. I mean, they're funny, but they're lame. Mainly for the price, man. That's just like outrageous. I mean, it's cool though. If they need the money, that's cool. I mean, if they want the money, if it's worth the money, it's kind of cool. That's lame. This is only temporary 15 days. I probably won't even wear it for more than one or two. No, not really. Here's the best way I could say no. All right, so here's one example, and I'll show you like the main example. We'll go into this like into this training area, but there's two main reasons I'll say no. Claw and thumbs, 90% of the time will still dominate a claw player if you're using the right automatic weapon and the right technique. So, and that's in PUBG, and I'm not in Fortnite or Creative Destruction or something or another builder type game, or even in like Rules of Survival, it might be slightly different, but it's practically always the same. Let me find the right gun real quick. And I'll probably put a scope on this at least. Oh wait, these are just the guns. Yeah, I know. But cross-platform is what everyone was shooting for. Just because a bunch of pedophiles like jumped into my system and claimed to be me, it doesn't mean that it's like anything different. So I mean, like, here's my example though, like to be quite honest, and this is the only reason I say it. And it's so sad when pedophiles get into like any of my stuff and claim to be me, but I mean, it's a wild. No, no, no. I'm not even like stressed out about that. Like the only reason I pointed out is because I've already dealt with so much from these games, but this is the reason. Like, hold on, got to get some scopes going. aside from the accuracy and the possibility of being able to hit a target while you're moving, like you can't really move. I mean, aside from like to be like you lose like 25% of your accuracy when you're shooting from thumb to thumb. But I mean, if you're sitting still, you become like a times 10 crack shot. Like to be honest, because your response time, your reaction time, and everything become um, quicker. I noticed mine increased by like at least like a 75% difference whenever I switched over from moving around. Before I would move around with my left thumb and I would shoot with my right, and I would like shoot and I'd try to bounce recoil. But one thing that they developed or put into some of these games with like the M762 actually, and I'll actually point it out just because it's technically how these people broke into like 90% of my stuff. Also, they do half of these algorithms, which is just like I used to do this to people, but I mean I like reroute their traffic and whatnot. I mean, I used to design this type of stuff, but it's like really um, lame. It's not really well thought out. But this is how you can tell whenever it's a company just trying to irritate you and knows that you have no way out. But like with the M762, there's like something built into it. I wonder if I can get the jungle clip. Oh, that is so lame. Um, Regardless, they have something built into it, like through the game or whatnot, like a built-in spray pattern, but they have like a built-in algorithm at one point where it kicks in so that you can't bounce the recoil. So I mean that's the only difference on console versus mobile, I would say. It's more challenging to do some, or I mean console versus actually that's even mobile and console versus PC, because the only way you could really bounce recoil that quick is by like high sensitivity and like really good like accuracy. I guess maybe a console player and a mobile player could probably do it, but I almost guarantee you it's not going to be as accurate just for one reason and one reason only, unless the person is like a developer themselves, or worse for Apple themselves, or the Apple or the device that they're using was made specifically for their hands, specifically fine-tuned to their touch and whatnot. Like 100% like, as sci-fi as it gets to like make it as epic as it has to be. Their finger will never really fall where it has to be. Their sensitivity won't always be as perfect as they want it to be, and you'll always have to do one step or another in order to hit the center of an object how you want to hit it. Because sometimes it won't even line up to where it's to the side if it's too far at a distance. So you have to like move to the left or you have to move your body to the left and then move your Yeah, actually, you have to move your body instead of just being able to move your thumbstick and moving your sight around. So it just like overcomplicates it. And I crashed just because I over explained it probably. But at least the stream didn't crash. But either way, the only reason I say this is because PC gamers are probably actually I wouldn't even say it. It depends as to how many people they have working for them. If it's a worldwide tournament, if they're playing for a country type team. Like let's say they did a PUBG mobile type setup where it was cross-platform, country versus country. At that point, you can't really say because you don't know if they make the devices specifically for the players, if they fine-tune the touch screens and whatnot. Because then a touch screen or a mobile device, if fast enough, running off of like a solidified high-speed network type, or I mean supercomputer type high-speed network, then I would almost say the mobile device would win over a PC and a console if the PC is using a mouse. But I mean, if a PC is using more of a virtual setup, then that's kind of a toss-up also. I'd say virtual wins over everything, but I'm going to restart my game. I don't know why I got stuck talking without restarting the game. Oh, it's because I'm watching Adventure Time on TV. Sorry. Kind of got stuck. But I mean, I flipped out. I mean, I flipped out. I raged out only just due to the fact that I developed all the streaming software that's out there, yet I never got paid. So I mean, I'll point it out as many times as it comes out. I mean, I developed, designed, I basically I'm like the person that did everything, but got betrayed by every person I tried getting to code for me within each different operating system. I mean, I guess I really only had one guy, and then he had other people, and then every other person I ever tried contacting at that point just kind of made it more of a slew of issues or more of a mess. But it threw me back into the match. Sorry, I'll go back into that place. Oh, I should have just stayed because I had the whole kit and everything already set up. Feel kind of dumb, but I mean, I guess I've technically explained everything, but I mean, it's easier to bounce recoil on a PC mouse over a. Actually, I wouldn't even say that. It's easier to bounce recoil on an average type person basis. Like an average person will be more acclimated and easier to be a pro on a console opposed to tablet, mobile, cell phone, or PC. Other than virtual reality might be the only. Augmented would kind of have to still be augmented's kind of lame. It'd have to be virtual reality still. So because you'd have to be like on a treadmill. Well, I mean, it'd be the same thing for virtual reality. But I mean, why even augmented? It's kind of the thought. But regardless, I just kind of zoned out, thinking, would it be possible? Maybe not even out in the woods because it's just not possible. But yeah, I just zoned out. Sorry.